Hello, people. I definitely didn't do anything to my hair, nothing. Just kidding, look, I got bangs. That's not the point of this video. I've never done a video where I just talk about something that I think needs to be talked about, so I hope I make it interesting and stuff, but I don't really control that. It just happens or it doesn't, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna be talking about the problem with beauty standards on Instagram and the problem with the beauty industry as a whole. So yeah, yesterday I've randomly been going down rabbit holes of Instagram versus reality comparison pictures, especially with one account on Instagram called Celeb Face, where they post side-by-side pictures of an influencer or a celebrity on Instagram versus how they actually look in real life. Like a picture from paparazzi or a fan or Getty Images where photographers post their pictures that are unedited and stuff. The result is that they use a lot of Facetune or Photoshop or whatever in order to look perfect. Now that doesn't really seem right to me because these people have hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers who don't know about this, and they might feel bad about themselves because they don't have a waist that small or their lips aren't that juicy. Well, here's some news. More likely than not, the women you see on Instagram who you're jealous of because they're so pretty are actually not that way in real life. In reality, they're just normal people who are insecure about themselves, and so they edit their photos or get surgery. And I have nothing against people who edit their photos to touch them up or to get rid of a pimple or to smooth your skin a little bit. But if you're changing your picture so much that you can't even recognize the person in it before and after, then that seems like a little bit much, don't you think? What if this person got kidnapped or something or went missing and the only pictures the police had of that person were the picture of them on Instagram? They would literally never get found, would they? Of course, if you want to get plastic surgery or if you have gotten plastic surgery, there's no problem with that. If it makes you happy, then sure, but that's not really my point. I even came across some pictures of these women or influencers or whatever that don't even look human, they look straight up alien, and they claim that they haven't gotten surgery or they don't edit their photos, and you think we're gonna believe that? And these are the beauty standards that we're holding ourselves to. All these girls are trying to look the same too, with their big eyes, their full eyebrows, the noses that are so small that they look like they can't even breathe out of them, and the lips that are so fully injected with collagen that they look like they're about to burst. Anyway, remember, beauty is always subjective. There is no ideal face or ideal body. Everybody is perfect the way they are, and you don't have to change yourself to try to fit into some standard. Because these standards are just made up by the beauty industry. That's what I'm going to be talking about next. Have you ever noticed that all the people or models in the spotlight who are considered to be the most beautiful or just as rarely beautiful people haven't gotten their looks naturally? Or that most beauty standards are the opposite of what most people were actually born with? Yeah? You wondered that before? Well, here's your answer. The beauty industry made up these standards to get money. The Kardashians and Jenners are the perfect example of this because we all know that they've had plastic surgeries on their faces, on their bodies. Doesn't matter how many times they deny it, we all know it's true. How can somebody look like that naturally? Many people even see them as the beauty standard of the entire world of what a woman is supposed to look like. And that's messed up because people are beating themselves up for looking like their favorite celebrity when even their favorite celebrity doesn't look like themselves from a couple years ago, Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that the beauty industry sells you ways to become beautiful, but it's really just BS. In the 90s, the standards were to be stick thin. I would have fit in really well, wouldn't I? The standard was also to have those really weird thin eyebrows and thin lips too. Natural me would have fit in perfectly. But isn't that kind of the opposite of the current standards? If beauty was actually measurable by science, why would the standards be constantly changing, right? This proves that there isn't just one kind of beauty, and it also proves that the beauty industry is curating these beauty standards. Is curating the right word? Once everybody spent all their money to look a certain way, the beauty industry switches up the ideal, so they have to spend more money to go to this complete opposite of what they were before, what they wanted to be before. People have to spend more money to be considered beautiful. Well, they don't, but they think they do, because because of all these models that the beauty industry pays to look a certain way. They pay a model that looks different from everybody else. Did you ever notice that models are not average looking? And so people want to start looking like them when most people are just average looking, which is good. Average looking is a good thing, and so is looking unique. But all these models that are being paid to be like the biggest models in the world, or like a supermodel, they don't look average. They don't have average features. So people want to look like them, and they want to spend their money to look like them. That's why the beauty industry pays the models with the most unique faces. And don't get me wrong, being unique is still being beautiful. That's not what I meant. You know what I meant. Anyways, what I'm getting at is that Instagram is a lie, the beauty industry is a lie, and you know what? Everything is just a lie. If you want me to do more of these sort of videos, then please tell me, because I would love to, I guess. I was thinking about doing a video about how body positivity is going a little bit too far and stuff like that. So let me know if you'd want to see that. I'll probably do it regardless of what people think, but this is one of the few videos where I'm not going to go talking for an hour about something completely random after I've already finished with the gist of the video. So I'm just gonna end this here. This is probably a really short video, by the way, but I don't care. I hope I got a point across to you. Like, don't ever hold yourself to these unrealistic beauty standards, because they're fake and you don't want to be fake. So bye.